China ready for war, nukes, tanks and soldiers on parade too as tensions rise with the West. President Xi Jinping decked out his military uniform, inspected the massive People's Liberation Army, PLA, on the military force's 90th birthday. Helicopters and warplanes screamed overhead as dozens of tanks and tens of thousands of troops marched in terrifying unison. Behind them rolled huge missile launcher carrying China's nuclear weapons and hundreds of gun-bristling trucks. The fearless display came as tensions rise with the West over dispute territory in the South China Sea and China's relationship with North Korea. Getty, AFP. World War III, China showed off tens of thousands of soldiers in a parade in Inner Mongolia. Xi Jinping told the amassed forces they should be ready to defeat all invading enemies. He told them the PLA is bringing them closer to the goal of the great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation. The president added, "Always listen to and follow the party's orders, and march to wherever the party points to." AFP. Fighting force, China has one of the biggest militaries in the world thanks to President Xi. AFP. Endless columns of soldiers snake through the parade ground in Inner Mongolia. China showed off their brutal Dongfeng 31 AG nuclear missiles in the immense show of strength in Inner Mongolia. New stealth fighters hurtled overhead in the vast desert landscape as China sent a message to any nation who may challenge them. President Xi has spent billions into the Chinese military as he attempts to transform it into the world's mightiest force. China has been squaring up to the US and their allies over the looming crisis in North Korea. AFP. Chinese Army, the People's Liberation Army is a force to be reckoned with. Getty. March, Chinese soldiers on parade for President Xi Jinping. Kim Jong-un's only ally, the superpower has been accused of not doing enough to tackle nuclear-mad Pyongyang. Xi fears a united Korea would become a puppet state to the US, and a war with the North would mean a flood of refugees across the border into China. Meanwhile, Chinese military forces have clashed with the American Navy and Air Force as Beijing claims dominance over the South China Sea.